freezing. I'm just wondering if we take them smaller, then we've got more packed in, haven't we?
Yeah.
And less in between the gaps.
Yeah.
So do they need to go down smaller?
No, not necessarily. No. Okay, what we're doing is, hello and welcome to
Oblivion.
Another vlog. Where last time you saw us building this raised bed from VEGEGA
VEGEGA.com,
who's kindly sent us this metal raised bed, aka Anderson.
It is huge
shelter.
though, isn't it?
Yeah. So this vlog is all about how we're going to fill it, and we've just started to put some filling in now. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to do it kind of like Hügelkultur, which is a German method of burying logs and kind of organic matter below the surface and putting soil on top of that and then growing on top of that soil. The idea is that the organic matter that you're burying over time decays and creates continual nutrients for the soil. So that's how we're doing it, and also it's a cheap method of filling the beds here. So what we're starting off with a layer of cardboard, which is the cardboard boxes that we got the raised bed in, and then we're putting some dried logs that we've got.
What we've got here.
And then we're going to put
these are dry buddleia, by the way.
Yeah, and then we're going to put leaf mould in.
Some chipping. Any other like grass cuttings, any brassicas that you might have, any veg that you've got this time of year.
Yeah.
Especially if you're an all-round grower, all year round.
Yeah.
So yeah, they can all go in.
Yeah.
And then start building up the soil level from then. But first of all, we need to get all the dry stuff in, don't we?
That's right.
We've also got compost bins over there, which we can take dry stuff from and offload.
So
into
anything we can find, basically, that can go in here, can build up the level to about 2/3, and the last third of it we'll put the fine compost on.
Actually,
better quality compost.
That only actually needs to be 12 inches of growing soil, you know.
Yeah, it does. So
seriously, it does.
Yeah,
that's all it needs.
Yeah,
a foot.
So we're going to fill all the gaps up, and we're going to show you the process as we go along, and let's see if we can get this bed
up and running. And away we go.
Yeah. So,
do you reckon?
Yeah, we'll film it all the way.
Do you think we might have enough homemade compost at the back as well?
I think we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
And we can spread it out on the top. We'll get a few inches of that on the top. Okay, let's see how we get on. Okay. Now we've got loads of dried logs at the back here that I'm going to include. It's a good way of using this stuff up, clearing a bit of land. You may have watched the video we did earlier about the burning, making potash. Well, we didn't burn everything, because we saved a few of these things so that we could use them for other things. So we're going to fill this to about 1/3 with these logs and stuff, and then just break them up. There we go. And we'll put these at the bottom of the compost, of the raised bed. Raised bed. So. It is like making a cake, making a layer cake, just building up the layers.
Yeah.
This is on an angle, it doesn't matter now, it's too late. Should have straightened it while we have the chance. Right, getting the idea. Get the logs in, it kind of like bulks it out a bit, and as it goes up in layers it gets finer and finer, hopefully. That's the idea. So we're also adding leaf mould, that's going in as well. That'll fill in the gaps between the logs, hopefully. If I can get past here, we're taking the tops off the compost heaps here and using that in as well. So you're going to go down that path there?
Yeah, I'm going to go that way down the side here.
Okay, I'll film you.
That will time shoelace. Wood chip will probably go last week.
No, not really.
Well, not necessarily, no.
No.
As long as the pocket's in between the film, I don't think it matters, does it?
No.
It's not rocket science. Are we getting this over there now?
Yeah.
Or shall I wait for you to come round with this?
No, you take it over and I'll film you.
Right, okay.
Doing the thing.
And then I can get the wood chips as well. It's not really a few more barrels for this, so. Worms already.
So as long as the logs that we're putting down are under
Stay
this
above
bar,
the line.
below the line, below this
Sorry,
bar,
above us, below the line, not above.
then we put stuff on to fill in the gaps, which is leaf mould and half composted
See, and
material.
where we've actually moved this from is actually a habit. You know, it's got lots of wood lice and worms and all sorts of lovely critters that are going to go into this space now,
That are beneficial to the soil.
Beneficial to the soil, and work it through.
Yeah.
Last of the logs then.
Yeah. This is the cheapest way of filling a raised bed like this, using stuff that you've already got.
Because that's 17 inches high, Phil.
Yeah.
Doesn't need to be all soil.
No, it doesn't have to be all soil.
More beneficial to a 12-inch layer, a 14-inch layer of.
That's all we need.
Compost on the top.
So the rest is filler, which eventually will decay, and you'll keep needing to top it up as you go along, because the level of it will sink.
Diminish slightly. So we'll have
Yeah.
to, like you say,
So every season, fresh compost on top, and it keeps the bed nice and rich for plants.
So where would you suggest our base level will finish once we get like the leaf mould in, the dry compost material from there, and maybe some wood chipping? Are we just going with a
Well,
foot?
what we're doing is mainly to fill in between the logs here. So we keep as we put this in, we walk it down, make sure it tries to fill in the gaps here.
No, I'm talking about level wise, up to what
We're
point?
taking it right to the top,
Yeah,
if we can, with compost at the top.
so just like a foot,
the well rotted compost,
maybe a
that we've
foot
got on the
compost
compost
all
mound.
round. Yeah.
So it shouldn't cost us any money to fill this bed. It's all
Is it enough to sit in?
with material.
Just
You could sleep in that bed.
just bring a sleep blanket.
We're near the end of the logs now, so when we get the logs in, we'll get leaf mould and the composted material. Well, so you remember we started off with a layer of cardboard, logs. Now we're going to put some leaf mould on and some rough composted stuff.
Do you know what? I would go with that first.
This.
And put the leaf mould last, so it mixed really well with the chicken.
Does it matter? I think we just fill it in, Kath. We just fill it in.
Just bung it in.
Okay, that's the third layer, which is basically leaf mould and some freshly composted material. I think.
Are we going to just leave it now to sort of decompress and see how it sinks and settles a bit?
No, we're going to put compost on now.
We're going to go for the compost now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. We're going for a compost level now. And,
so we've got various levels there, haven't we? We've got branches.
Yeah.
We've got a twig base mix.
Yeah.
Old log piles, and we brought all the critters with us.
We have
leaf mould.
Yeah.
Dry bracken, dry twig materials from the other compost bins.
So I'm just going to tread it down.
Tread it in a bit. You're not bringing your wellies, no?
It's not wet, is it?
Oh, shit.
Well, it will just naturally tread down a bit and creep.
But that's going to leave more than just a foot of compost to be had there, Phil.
Well, we've got compost in the bins, which I suggest we use first.
Yeah.
And then the other compost we put on
Last.
Yeah.
Okay, and then maybe get a top up if we need it.
Yeah, so let's do that. Okay. So compost in the bins.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who's getting the paints in?
Nobody. Yeah. So we need to get them out of both bins and put them into the pile there.
There's compost.
Yeah, them as well. Them as well.
Suitable, I think.
Well, both of them. This can go in.
Right.
All of that.
So anything that, even the green waste,
all of it going. Now. Yeah.
Okay. The robins are lovely.
So. So what we're doing now is, if you saw our video on making potash, this was a compost mound here that was up here, and we're gradually taking it down. So this is quite well rotted compost with organic matter in, that's been here for years. So we're going to use this to put on another layer, our soil layer if you like, which should be about 6 inches deep, or 12 inches deep, sorry. And so we're putting this on, and then we're putting some out of the compost bins here that are going to go on the final topping off, and that should fill the beds. I mean, up to now, all the stuff underneath, the organic matter and the logs and stuff, is really a filler which will decay over time. So that will break down, and that's how Hügelkultur works, is that the logs and the branch matter and stuff like that, leaf mould, will just break down and continue in breaking down for years. So it's still feeding the soil, and the level will drop over time, so you have to keep topping it up. But it's an easy and cheap way to fill a big bed like this. So Catherine's going to fill the wheelbarrow now, and yeah, we need a new wheelbarrow, by the way. If any companies can donate us a wheelbarrow. We've got holes in this one, that's why we have to put a tarpaulin on it, and the wheel, every time we fill it, it tips over. It's maddening. We can't even afford a wheelbarrow. Isn't that terrible? Anyway, yeah.
Or is it we just haven't got round?
We haven't got round to it. So I did the same.
Yeah.
I did it here.
It's a bloody nuisance, I know.
It just falls over. You just leave it for 1 minute. It's
And it
just
goes,
gone.
yeah, I know, Phil.
Nobody will fix it for us.
Not even God.
Do we need to get a man in?
Probably a wheelbarrow man.
I think we need a man in, don't we, to fix it?
Specialises in wheelbarrows.
Are there any men out there who can help us?
What about a lady wheelbarrow fixer?
Or a lady wheelbarrow fixer? I'm quite into lady wheelbarrow fixers. I think they'll be fun. They have a convention in Blackpool every year. The lady wheelbarrows.
Did he?
Yeah, the lady wheelbarrow fixers.
What the lady wheelbarrow?
They come from all around the UK. They have a boozy night out in Blackpool. I've seen them. Have you seen them, Kat?
I haven't seen them. No, I've seen the young farmers in Blackpool. They make a right raucous.
The young farmers were in Blackpool the other week. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're a right lot, them young
Living it
farmers.
Living it large.
The farming industry is in good hands. As long as you've got young farmers.
No, they're all right actually. They're a good lot.
They are. So you do one and I'll do one, yeah?
Have you got the second wheelbarrow?
No, I want to film you emptying this one, so I'll take the next one. So let's get the soil level on. We're nearly there, Kath.
Now, what about the levelling up on this?
Yeah, use the finer stuff in the...
No, underneath.
Oh, yeah, we'll do that when it's... We don't bother with that now. I haven't brought the
Spirit level.
spirit level,
Okay, well we can still do it, can't we, after it?
but we'll have to. About attention to detail, Kath. Nobody's interested, apparently. Not even the young farmers.
Aye, that's true. Now, where's the spade? Have we got the backup spade? Otherwise it'd be a hand job. A hand job. That needs rephrasing.